So, Rupert, y'all take your darts over here pretty seriously, huh? This and, what's the billiard game y'all do that sounds like a brand of cookies?
Snooker?
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, boy, I'd love to curl up on a couch under a weighted blanket, watch You've Got Mail, and devour a box of Snookers. See what we got here. Hey, there it is.
Do you like darts, Ted?
Oh, they're okay. I'm more of a, a cornhole man myself. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. How about a game? I mean, we could, maybe wager, say, £10,000?
Well, as my doctor told me when I got addicted to fettuccine Alfredo, that's a little rich for my blood. How about this? If you win, I'll let you pick the starting lineup of the last 2 games of the season. But if I win, you can't go anywhere near the owner's box, at least not while Rebecca's still in charge.
Ted, what the hell are you doing?
Well, I believe some folks call it white knighting, but I don't know. I'm just following my gut here. It's okay. No. What do you think?
You're on.
Okay.
Double in, double out.
Whatever you say, Rupert Dukes. Yeah. Just let me know if I'm winning or losing, all right?
Oh, I forgot I had these on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a second. I forgot I'm left-handed. Oh, it's gonna be a hoot.
Welcome, I'm Joshua Alston. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and a certified emotionally focused therapist, and today we're watching the clip from Ted Lasso called Be Curious. Let's continue.
180!
William Rupert, get in!
Shut your stupid little twat mouth or I will shut it for you.
Shall I be giving you the lineup card now, Ted? I shall be putting your Basanya back on defence where he belongs.
That's exactly what I said, didn't I?
No, it's not all Ted's fault. My ex-wife's the one who brought the hillbilly to our shores. I know she's always been a bit randy, but I never thought she would fuck over an entire team.
Hey! Better manners when I'm holding a dart. Please. Mate, what do I need to win?
2 triple 20s and a bullseye.
Good luck.
You know, Rupert, guys have underestimated me my entire life. And for years, I never understood why. It used to really bother me. But then one day, I was driving my little boy to school, and I saw this quote by Walt Whitman. It was painted on the wall there. It said, "Be curious, not judgmental." And I like that. So I get back in my car, and I'm driving to work, and all of a sudden, it hits me. All them fellas that used to belittle me, not a single one of them were curious. You know, they thought they had everything all figured out, and so they judged everything, and they judged everyone. And I realized that they're underestimating me. Who I was had nothing to do with it. Because if they were curious, they would ask questions. You know? Questions like, have you played a lot of darts, Ted? Which I would have answered, yes, sir. Every Sunday afternoon at a sports bar with my father from age 10 until I was 16 when he passed away. Barbecue sauce.
All right. I love this clip. I love Ted Lasso. I think it's a great series because just like the clip was showing, if you're able to be curious, your life is going to be a lot more informative to what really matters. If your ability to be curious is open, you're going to be able to see life in a more healthy way. Because when we're not curious, we're stuck. We're stuck in a manner of thinking, and stuck in a matter of speaking, and a matter of looking at life in a way that isn't 100% true. And for a human being to do that is very dangerous because our bodies are programmed to love and be safe. And if I constantly have a negative thought in my head, then I really can't be safe. I will be constantly in a state of protection, a constant state of anxiety, which is not easy for our bodies to do. So, what I love about this clip is that it allows us to see that Ted has gone through a lot of emotional pain and still is going through emotional pain. But one of the biggest things that helped him is to see people differently, but to see himself differently and to own that even though others can't be curious, he's allowed to be curious. He was allowed to look at himself differently, and he was allowed to appreciate things differently. So that even in that moment, when he was trying to protect others, because that's a great thing that Ted does, is he takes care of others. His body was able to remember and hold on to the memories and the emotions of being a little boy and a teenager. To be able to remember those beautiful moments that gave him peace and love. And I love how he ended with barbecue sauce. Wouldn't that be a wonderful story to hear about those moments and how wonderful that barbecue sauce smells and what memories it brings. So I always love this clip. Let's see what other people have to say about it. Better manners when holding a dart, please. With mild threats, he's polite, yes. And that's the thing I love about this. He's able to see the positivity amongst a lot of negativity. Okay. This speech is also from the bar patrons. Is also for the bar patrons, the citizens of Richmond, the players, Rebecca and Trent Grimm. When Ted is talking about be curious, not judgmental, he's basically talking to everyone at the same time. But not just Rupert. They all underestimated him. And I think that's a very, very strong statement. And I appreciate how they did it. Even as he's talking about losing his father, you can see the different reactions to people as they're getting to know him. And I think this is an excellent show that helps us to see that, to not make judgment, to not pass judgment, but to be able to be curious and ask the right questions. Okay. Let's go down a couple. God, the show is incredible, but this scene took it to the next level, and I do agree with that. A lot of good moments. Okay, again, begin to imagine how this scene changed my life, especially when he says, "If they were curious, they would have asked me. If you played a lot of darts, Ted." It's our ego of assumed achievements we tend to ignore. That there is always someone far better and far accomplished than us. And our ego does get in the way, doesn't it? Our ego gets in the way of us being curious and us being open to the fact that maybe we're not in a competition. Maybe we all can have moments where we're beautiful and all can have moments when we're weak. But to be curious about weakness, because weakness is only a way that our body prepares us for another beautiful moment. So this is a great place, like I said, speaks volumes to how well written and delivered this piece is. Yes. They did a great job of conveying this idea that if we can slow down and to be curious, then even the most unhealthy, most negative thoughts won't be able to stay long enough in our minds. They won't be able to stay, and we will be able to release them by being emotionally healthy. And when we're emotionally healthy and curious for ourselves, we release it. And then when we're empathetic and emotionally healthy for the people around us, we can be a great safe place for them to do the same.